When it comes to the world of antiques, it's not just about the monetary value. It's about the stories, the history, and the emotional connections that these objects carry. And every so often, a piece comes along that leaves everyone speechless, not just because of its history, but because of its astonishing price tag. On a recent episode of the beloved show Antiques Roadshow, which took place at the stunning Walton Hall in Nottingham, a moment like this unfolded. The air was buzzing with excitement as people lined up, hoping to hear that their treasured heirlooms were worth more than they thought. But no one was prepared for what was about to happen. An unassuming guest approached expert Hilary Kay with a box full of what he described as a family collection. As he gently laid out the items, Hilary's eyes lit up. She immediately recognized a VR cipher, the iconic initials of Queen Victoria herself. It was clear from the start that this wasn't just a collection, it was a glimpse into a royal life. The guest, a friendly man with a warm smile, explained how his great-aunt had been a lady's maid to a wealthy family, the Inglefields, in the late 1930s and 1940s. He mentioned a fascinating detail, a sketch by Princess Louise, one of Queen Victoria's own daughters, of one of the Inglefield admirals. This seemingly small detail created a direct and compelling link between the humble family and the highest echelons of the British monarchy. Hilary, a seasoned expert with a deep understanding of royal history, explained the fascinating backstory of these items. It's a well-known fact that Queen Victoria was a figure of immense influence, and her personal life has always been a subject of great interest. But what many don't know is the story behind her personal belongings. According to Hilary, it's believed that Queen Victoria didn't discard her clothes when they were worn out. Instead, she asked her staff to give them away. Why? Because the fabrics were so exquisite that she hoped others could reuse or refashion them. This act of generosity reveals a side of the Queen that's often overshadowed by her regal image. But because of their deeply personal nature, many of these items were kept as souvenirs, a tangible link to a figure who defined an era. As Hilary meticulously examined the items, a pair of black stockings, a beautiful chemise, a nitress, and a pair of split drawers, the tension in the room grew. These weren't just clothes, they were intimate relics of a queen. The crowd watched with bated breath, their curiosity building with every detail Hilary revealed. Finally, the moment of truth arrived. The question on everyone's mind was, how much are these worth? Hilary took a deep breath, and with a confident smile, she shared her valuation. "I know that the market is strong," she said, her voice steady and clear. "And I would certainly say something above £15,000. The number hung in the air for a moment before a collective gasp echoed through the crowd. Jaws dropped, and whispers spread like wildfire. It was a classic Antiques Roadshow moment, the kind you see in highlight reels and viral videos. The guest, who had been a picture of calm until then, was visibly stunned. He blinked, a look of pure disbelief on his face. "Right," he stammered, his voice filled with a mix of shock and joy. "That's a lot of money. Worth hanging on to, then. Very good." His simple, heartfelt response perfectly captured the emotional weight of the moment. He wasn't just holding a collection of old clothes. He was holding a piece of history with a value that extended far beyond what he could have ever imagined. This episode was a powerful reminder that an antique is more than just an object. It's a vessel for stories, a bridge to the past, and sometimes a life-changing discovery. The moment the guest heard that number, his connection to his great-aunt's story deepened, and the artifacts in his hands transformed from family heirlooms into priceless treasures. This story also speaks to the incredible human desire to connect with history. The fact that these intimate garments, worn by a monarch who ruled for 63 years, survived and ended up in the hands of an ordinary person, is a testament to the power of personal connections. They were saved not for their monetary value, but because they represented a close, personal link to a queen who touched the lives of her staff in a meaningful way. It's moments like these that make Antiques Roadshow a timeless classic. It's not about the fancy museums or the grand auctions. It's about the people, their stories, and the incredible, sometimes life-altering, surprises that can be found in a box of old family things. The guest walked away with more than just a high-value appraisal. He walked away with a deeper appreciation for his family's history and a story that he will be telling for years to come. That was definitely a moment for the books. the look on his face, the gasp from the crowd.